I'm joined by Siobhan Hughes. Siobhan is a congressional reporter for the Wall Street Journal. Hi there, Siobhan. Good to see you again. So now that the Senate has been sworn in as the court, really as jurors for this impeachment trial, what will we see happen over the next 2 weeks before the trial gets underway the week of February 8th?
We got those specifics today when the Senate voted on a resolution laying out times in the pretrial phase. The next big date is February 2nd. That is when President Trump is due to provide his response and when the House brief is also due. That next big date for us to watch.
Well, just after being sworn in, the Senate rejected Senator Rand Paul's challenge that this impeachment trial is unconstitutional by a 55-45 vote, with the majority of Republicans voting against holding the trial. Siobhan, how significant was that vote, and does it give us any indication on how a vote to convict might actually go?
Well, the way Rand Paul put it is that 45 votes for Republicans indicates that the impeachment trial is dead on arrival. Now, that is not necessarily a perfect indicator of the number of Republicans who think that it is unconstitutional to try a former president, but it's pretty close. As an example of what I mean, though, Senator Rob Portman said that he had sided with his fellow Republicans and backed up Rand Paul because he thought Rand Paul was right to want a vote and a debate on the constitutionality of trying a former president. He said it did not preclude the possibility that he would vote to convict. So not a perfect measure, but a pretty clear indicator.
Yeah, well, with only 5 GOP senators voting to proceed with the trial, did this vote also give an indication of how much influence former President Trump still carries among Republicans?
Absolutely. It showed that President Trump's sway has not declined even after he has left office. He still retains control over the Republican base, and they, in turn, influence the Republican senators.
Meantime, Democratic Senator Patrick Leahy is going to be presiding over this trial instead of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, who would typically preside over the impeachment of a sitting president. Why was this decision made, and how could it affect the trial?
Well, what Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, said in an interview on MSNBC yesterday is that Justice Roberts had indicated he did not want to perform the task. That is how it landed in the lap of Pat Leahy. As a practical matter, it means that Pat Leahy will perform functions like reading aloud the questions that senators present to either the prosecution or the defense. In the eyes of the public, though, it may create an impression that you have someone who is both judge and juror effectively in that seat. And so it is a matter of perception at this point more than reality. I do want to make a note here. Your correspondent had mentioned that Patrick Leahy has been taken to the hospital after he was not feeling well. We know his wife indicated he's feeling in good spirits. Dick Durbin said they hope that Pat Leahy's back soon. If he is not, another person, another Democratic senator likely would be appointed to sit in that seat and take over those responsibilities.
All right, good to know. We'll continue to keep an eye on that situation, certainly wishing Senator Leahy well. Siobhan Hughes, Siobhan, as always, we thank you so much for your insight and expertise. Appreciate it.
Good to be here.